All right, you guys, welcome. We have our August coach panel here, and we have some people from some of our sister teams and from our team, and we're one big happy family. So we've got Aaron and Kelly, Katie, and me. So I'll go around and ask you guys questions, and if just answer open and honestly. People that are watching, if you guys have questions, pop them in the chat so I can ask them when they're done, or unmute yourselves. This can be kind of an open call. So let's just start with some introductions. Maybe share like who you are, how long you've been coaching, and I think most of us have day jobs. So if you could share those too, so we know kind of how a little bit about you. So Macy, do you want to start for us?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Happy early morning. My name is Macy, and I have been a coach since November of 2016. I think I signed up without the discount, and then I'm basically like, if I'm going to do this, I might as well just sign up full bore and just do it for more than just a discount. So I've been a coach since 2016, actively coaching since a little after 2017. I do have a day job. I'm a funeral director, so I don't have set hours. I don't have normal scheduled times. So I really have to make my actions intentional and really think about what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it, because some days I have a lot of time. Some days I don't eat. So
Awesome. Thanks, Macy. I see Kelly next. Kelly, do you want to share? You guys, Kelly is just starting out, but she hit 8 Success Club points in like a day last month. Okay, go ahead, Kelly.
And Kelly LaPlante, right? Because I see there's 2 Kellys on.
Yes, Kelly LaPlante. Yep.
No worries. So yeah, I'm Kelly. I've been coaching. So I signed up for the discount, I think 2 months ago. And it was, just because a lot of people were asking me about it. So I was like, why not just do it? And like a lot of people have been asking me. So Katie just really encouraged me and gave me that little push to do it. So I really like it so far, 2 months. I work in HR at Ideal Credit Union in Woodbury. I'm a trainer, so I teach all the new I'll help teach the new hires. I also do like our big monthly meeting with our entire staff. So I will say I'm getting better at not being nervous about that, but I will tell you, when I was posting something last night, that scared the crap out of me. So I can talk to like 160 people, like no big deal, but to do a post, that's scary. so
But you
yeah.
did it anyway.
I did it. I was like,
Good.
all right, I'm doing it. I like closed my eyes and hit post.
I think we might have all been there. Nice. Thanks, Kelly. Aaron was in the top 3 on the big Self-Love Dynasty team last month. Let's hear what you got, Aaron.
All right, I'm Aaron. I live in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. And you get nervous for this too, but you can speak in front of people all the time. Anyway, here I am. I actually looked through your questions right before I joined on here. And the first question was, how long have you been coaching? And I was going to look it up, but I'm just going to make an estimate, because really I would say probably about 6 to 8 months I've been like actively doing things. And so I do that. And then thanks to Andrea's push over and over again, which I told her to, I said, keep pushing me. Anyway, otherwise I own a photography business with my identical twin sister as a side job. And then my full-time job is a tech integration specialist for our school district in Rice Lake. So I've stayed pretty busy with distance learning going on.
Nice. If you guys need like time fillers, just go watch their YouTube channel. It's like hilarious. Okay, Katie, go ahead.
All right. Hi guys, I'm Katie Welch. I am Alexa is my coach. I've currently been coaching for, I'm estimating it too, I believe it's a year as of July, so a little over a year now. I graduated from Stout in early childhood education, and I just accepted my first kindergarten teaching job in Anago, Wisconsin, which is way up north. So
Nice. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna go with a good one right now, just to get us going here. What do you guys wish that you knew like on day one that you know now? If that makes sense. Anybody want to start? Otherwise, I'll just pick someone I see.
I'll go.
Go ahead. Thanks, Kelly.
So for me, it was because Katie's been super duper like open, and I'll just send her a question like every day, like help, what do I do? So she's taught me a ton, really has helped me. But I think the thing, and learning this from Andrea's call the other day, is just not second guessing yourself. That's a huge thing. And knowing like, hey, this is a big deal, this is exciting stuff, and share your story. And it took me 2 months to have the guts to do it. But hey, there's no turning back. So that's my biggest thing, just to do it.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll go next. So I have 2 things. I wish I would have known how great it felt to run an accountability group and have women come to me telling me how awesome they're doing, or they just tried a new vegetable, or they just lost 5 pounds and they look great for the wedding. That's the first one I wish I would have known, because it took me a long time to run my own accountability group. The second one is I wish I would have known that you can. So there's some things you don't want to put on Facebook, and there's some things that you feel in your heart but you don't want to say, because there's people on social media that you think are going to take it wrong, or there's people that you're actually talking about that you're worried are going to hear you speak your truth. And those people, it took me a long time, and I wish I would have known this sooner, that those people don't belong in your life. So in order for me to actually speak how I feel about what's going on in my life, I had to take those people out. And I wish I would have taken those people out a long time, because I'm so much happier now being able to talk to the people that I want to bring into my group, because those are the people I'm going to attract with the posts that are the truth in my life.
That's perfect. Erin?
I would second almost all of that. I keep wanting to call you Chris because it says Chris right there, but it's Macy, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My husband must have set up Zoom sometime or something. I don't know. Sorry about that.
It's funny. Okay. I think that the one thing that I wish I would have known on day one is that I'm not being annoying, and I'm still getting there. That's for sure. But that I'm not being annoying, and that I'm actually helping people. So just get that out of my mind completely.
I feel all 3 of your things. Katie, go ahead.
sure. I agree with everybody else, but I also think how rewarding it is touching people's lives. And I guess what goes to show for me is they might not even they might not be a part of your group or on your team yet, but the amount of people watching you and realizing that you are changing their lives and you don't even know it by them just watching your stories or your posts.
Perfect. Yeah, I think we make a bigger impact than we give ourselves credit for. Okay, you guys are all busy. Some of you are moms. You guys have new jobs. You all have day jobs. How do you manage your coaching work? Maybe when do you do it? How do you make sure it gets done? What does that look like? Macy, go ahead.
Yep. I've been getting up earlier, which has been great, because then I don't have to think about it. But coaching is something that's like constantly in my mind, because we're supposed to share our daily life and share everything. So I need to learn how to turn my brain off a little bit, because I'm constantly thinking about it. But getting up in the mornings, sometimes I'll take my phone with me to the bathroom because work's crazy. And after I go to the bathroom, I'll just spend a couple extra minutes, just be like, okay, what's going on the Instagram world today? And I'll just send it, like if I see someone reaches out, I'll just message them really quick. I also do work at night, although I try not to as much, just so I can have that work home life balance. But I really just shove it into any free time that I have, because I always want to be doing it. So instead of watching Netflix at lunch now, I work instead of watching Community.
Perfect. Erin, go ahead.
I would say that I definitely just get up earlier. It was probably about a year and a half ago I read Miracle Morning, and that really changed like my whole mindset, just totally shifted. So I get up earlier, and that's really my time in the morning to work on the coaching. Sometimes I'll do it at nights, and then I squeeze it in during nap times. I'm about ready to sell my youngest child. And so I've been so incredibly busy. Andrea, just laugh it off, but it's driving me nuts. Anyway, so I've been incredibly busy with all aspects of my life. This week, I'm actually selling my house, so there's that too. So, but I still, just because it's become such a routine, I get up in the morning, I do my workout, I sit for about, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, and it's just focusing on that. I would obviously like to do more, but just like Andrea and Candace had told me from the very beginning, that you just find those pockets of time, and that's really what I've done. I didn't believe them at first, but I could find pockets of time actually in my busy day.
Yes. Kelly, I see you nodding. Go ahead. You can be next.
For me, I get up really early and then I go to bed early. I swear I'm an old lady, but I get up like 4:30, do my workout, ask a few responses. I know last night and this morning I had a lot, so I'm just taking them as they come. Answering some, and then I do them on lunch break at work. Because at night I have 2 toddlers. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and so they're climbing all over me. So I wouldn't do very good answering those questions. Sometimes I do it before bed too. So I just try and find that time because I really like doing this and it makes me happy. So I like helping people.
Perfect. Katie, go ahead.
Sure. The best time for me is super early in the morning. Right now, it's probably honestly, I get up at 5:30. But when school year starts, I'm gonna have to get up super stinking early to make time for coaching and for myself. But I also like to say that I'm trying to, just for my mental health too, I think, is Monday through Saturday, I like to do a big chunk of my coaching. While Sunday, I kind of like to do less of a tech-free day just for myself and the others around me in my life. So
Nice. Okay, so if somebody is brand new, or maybe they've been at this, but they are feeling stuck in their business, what's your best advice? What do you tell them? Erin, do you want to go first?
Sure. I was going to say, and this has kind of been repeated, but I was going to say that if somebody feels stuck, it's just, I feel like this was my issue maybe when I felt stuck and I still struggle with this a little bit here and there. I think we all do at times, but stop caring what others think. So I don't remember who hit on it. I think it might have been Chris there, Macy. But I think that that first post, or how annoying we're going to be, or what others are going to think of us for, like the other day I was at my parents' house and we had hamburgers and I only used half of the bun, and I knew my brother-in-law would say something or comment something like, oh, you can't eat the whole bun, can ya? Or something like that. So getting past that and realizing those aren't the people that are going to support you in this. So just stop worrying about them, and hope that they come around eventually.
That's huge. Kelly, do you want to go?
I totally agree with Erin. That's huge. I'm still learning, so I'm brand new, but definitely to stop caring what people are saying, because I just kind of rub it off. I the first couple weeks it really bothered me, but then I was like, hey, doing it for and helping myself. And there's been a lot of people reaching out to me. So it's those others that, just like to say things. But yeah, so I just try and keep that positivity and keep
Perfect.
going throughout the day. Started out right away. So I totally agree with you, Erin.
Katie.
Sure, I agree. Being comfortable in your own skin for sure. I guess also leaning on your fellow coaches to help you out. Don't feel like you're annoying at all. And look at like the process over product as well. I think I can't stress that enough. The growth and your mindset, how far you've come throughout your whole process as a coach.
Yeah, perfect. Macy?
So I used to think that someone else was always going to do it better. So why should someone sign up with me? And that took a long time for me to understand and actually believe it in my heart. So my advice is there are people out there who are made specifically to be in my group and in all of your groups. So when no one's signing up or, you just feel really stuck, you have to keep going, because I didn't think I'd have as many people in my accountability group as I do, but they were waiting just for me to believe that I could do it so I could actually be strong enough to help them. And working women are my jam. I'm always working. I'm always, with my job, it's really crazy. So the women who go to work in heels and pencil skirts, those are my people. And I've learned that I have to talk more about my work and talk more about me working to find those types of women. I don't relate to moms. I don't yet. Maybe in 2 years, 3 years, I'll relate to moms. But right now I relate to the people who are always working in the newlyweds. So you just have to believe that your people are there in order to actually find them.
Perfect. So good. Okay, how do you guys find the people that join you? Like maybe what tasks do you feel like are really helpful that help with that, or where do you go and how do you find these people?
I'll start this one because I kind of want to bounce off what Macy said. So relating to your people. So my people are obviously moms with toddlers, you can tell, because, well, yeah. But that is so incredibly true. But my other people, and I'm trying to find my niche in it a little bit, and it's kind of been slow going, but I teach high school, or I used to teach high school. Now I'm in a different role, but and then a big part of our photography business is senior photography. So I have a connection to seniors, and then they graduate and they go to college and they do what I did. A lot of them, they gain weight, they maybe drink too much, they really let themselves go mentally. And I did that. So I'm hoping that my story can, hopefully inspire some of those girls that are in college. And now that's kind of been my niche. And that's who's really been signing up under me, is telling my story and how I went through my younger college years and my, lower 20s. And I was I had such lack in confidence. I found joy in other areas of my life that I probably shouldn't have been doing. And I've had, a handful reach out to me and say, I read that post, and I'm like, what post? And it was a post from a really long time ago, and it really spoke to me. Tell me, what can I do, or sign me up, or whatever it might be. So a big chunk of the ladies in my accountability group are actually past students of mine. And I know you don't all have that connection, but they've all been in my shoes in a certain way or another. So like Macy said, just finding your people that you can really relate to and tell a story around that.
I think that's both of you like nailed it. And I know both of you have spent time to figure out your story. That's why knowing your story, even if when you have to go back deep, like Erin said, she had to go back to like how she was in college. That's important. That's where you're going to find those little niches where your specific people are. Because like you said, everyone on this call, we all have different people. That's perfect. Katie, do you want to talk about that? How do you find your people?
Sure. I dive into some personal interests as well, or things that I love, like hobbies too. So like teaching for one, or coffee or golden doodles for me because I stinking love golden doodles. But I do that, but I sometimes even find myself, I don't know, like cold following is what I would call it because we say cold invite. And just really just going through and finding random people, but seeing that they have, this one thing in common and hoping that I can touch their lives.
Definitely, definitely. Kelly, go ahead.
So a lot of mine have been some like immediate family, but then also coworkers. I'm going to a big month of teaching. I think every week I'm booked teaching at work, so pray for me to get through this month. But I've been talking a lot with coworkers. There's like 3 of us working one day, and I was getting ready to make my shake, and I was like, you guys want to try it? I'm like, it's really good. So I literally got the blender out and I made shakes for the 3 of us. And then, just talking about it all the time and like sharing in the excitement of like being part of the accountability group, like just talking about it and having a conversation. And then my boss was like, all right, let's do it. I'm going to do it. And then my other coworker was like, I want to do it too. Like there was just like 3 of them. And that was that day that I signed all 3 of them up. And now I'm having more conversations with a few of them today. And so it's just talking about it. And also like newer moms, a few of them that our kids are the exact same age. And they're like, okay, if you can work, have 2 toddlers and do this, I can spend 30 minutes a day working out. So that was definitely a big thing. And she was talking to me last night about, she's like, I kind of want to do a post about how you've helped me. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, let's do it. And I kind of got like a little teary-eyed, like I inspired somebody. So that's, for me, inspiring someone is just, I can't even tell you. I got goosebumps. So it's just been, that's kind of just sharing my story because that's the real thing. That's the truth.
Yeah, I think that's I think Macy, you did like a call on this of how to just talk about this in real life, but like you're just sharing excitement. So there's nothing salesy about that. I love that. I definitely am someone that doesn't like to talk in real life. I'd rather talk behind a screen, but that's amazing because you're excited about it and you're just like, hey, and then they want to know what you're doing and you got your own results. So there's a reason they're asking you about it. Perfect. Okay. If anybody has questions, throw them out there. Otherwise, I have one we're going to end on.
Oh, I have to answer that question yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. That's okay. So I didn't think that I had a warm market to use because my sister and her husband actually own their own personal fitness company. They have a huge gym in their basement. They go out to people's houses. Yeah, she signed up for BOD. So even with the people that you don't think, because she trains people every day and she has to think of people's workouts. And she's like, when I come home or I get up in the morning, I just want to not think about it. I just want to have a personal trainer in my house who's not busy, who can just do it. I don't think think about it. So granted, she's my one person, my warm market, but I also so being a funeral director, I go to funeral director groups on Instagram and I follow, funeral directors, we're a special breed. Like, I'll just leave it at that. But I go and I ask people who look like they would be my people. And Facebook, I kind of keep more I don't just randomly add people on Facebook. I only add people that I know. So Instagram is where I go to really add the random people who might, and then hopefully they watch my story. But I follow tags. I follow working women tags. I follow boutique tags. I follow wine and chocolate tags. And I go to my favorite boutiques because I live right on downtown Norfolk Avenue, which is downtown Norfolk in my town. And there's a ton of boutiques. So I always am following them. I'm watching who's commenting. I comment on those people. And then I go like them and then do the 3 likes and a comment on their pages. So they know that I'm actually a person and not just someone who randomly followed them.
Perfect. Those activities are huge. Nice. Okay. Anybody want to unmute and ask any questions quick? All right. Then the last one I have is, What's your guys' biggest success as a coach so far, do you feel like? The thing you're most proud of? I don't know if this was on the list to begin with, so I'm going to give you a volunteer to start. Kelly, you look like you're unmuted. Go ahead.
So I have two. The first one is just being bettering myself and being healthy. I'll say I don't remember the last time I was this size. Like that is like just the success in the own, and I just wanted to say thank you so much to Katie for that because she just pushed me. The second one is making top 3 my first 2 months. Like holy crap, that I just about my mouth dropped when I saw that on Sunday. I was like, no way, that's not me. So that was a huge step because I'm just helping people. So that just kind of came with it. So the thing is just helping people. That's so exciting, and to see their face light up. Like one of the girls finished a challenge yesterday, and so I was like, just seeing that, like I'm just helping them, and she's like, I'm doing it. You pushed me. So I guess there's 3 there. Sorry.
Oh, that's perfect.
But it's really, I don't know. It's just, this is really fun. So I really, really like it.
Yeah, perfect. Katie, go ahead.
For sure. I think my biggest success, I'm gonna say two because I'm glad you said that because I felt bad for having not just one. But I think for me, it's finding my why. I think that's something that we should always go back to because I think life is always busy and you can always fall out of your why. So that moment of gratitude, which I'm going to do this morning, can really zone in and reconnect with yourself. And then my second one is my whole mindset is changed to just pure positivity. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have some low days, everybody does, but I think I look on the positive side of things more now. So
Perfect. Thanks, Katie.
I think my biggest success is while I absolutely love when people tell me how great they're doing, and when they finish a program, I just want to like make everybody banners and just show them to everybody, like, guess who just finished a program? Because I don't have people who share their stories yet. We're working on that actually right now. I'm talking to a few ladies who are hopefully going to make coming out posts. But I love it when they finish a program and they come to me. But I think the biggest thing, while I've always been confident, I've always been the loud one, the outspoken one, giant extrovert. I wish I could wear a hat that says that too, because it's so easy to talk to people. Is me, while I have always been those things, the real person that I have become. Okay, in high school, it's just, oh, Macy, she's the loud one. She'll go do whatever. She'll order the pizzas for us. I'm actually feeling the way that I was always meant to feel. And I would not have that even if I was just a participant in a group. I think becoming a coach and actually having to lead people and using my voice for something bigger than just being the loud, obnoxious person is the biggest success that I have seen come out of this whole thing.
I have goosebumps. That's huge. Erin, all right, go ahead.
So the accountability group, like everybody kind of keeps saying too, has been a big shift for me. So once I started my own and I thought, yeah, well, I don't like have anybody under me. I can't start my own. And then I did. And then there's more and there's more and there's more. And it is really fun hearing their success stories and seeing them look up to you. And it's kind of a good feeling. And then the other thing that I would say has been a big success for me is, I don't know if any of you are twins or have twins in your family or anything, but when you're a twin, especially an identical twin, and you live like 2 blocks away and you do a business together and you are so similar and you just do everything together all the time, it's great. And I have a best friend that I've grown up with ever since I was born, but it's finally nice to have something that's just mine, that I don't have to necessarily rely on her for to because she's kind of like the one that organizes a lot of the stuff in the photography business, because her life is a little less crazy than mine. But I do kind of lean on her for things in the photography world. And so it has been nice just to have something for me. However, we really need to get her on board because I know she'd like it.
You guys, thank you so much. This was a great way to start a Tuesday morning. Does anybody have any last questions, things you want to say? No? All right. Thank you so much. I'll end the call then. Thanks to our guest speakers. You guys were phenomenal. Thank you.